Hello, guys. Whew. I'm gonna be doing a onion juice treatment this morning. I did my eyebrows recently, and I like them. I like the way I did them this time. I kept them a little thicker. I like them. But I am about to do an onion juice treatment. This is one of my favorite hair treatments. I love the way that it makes my hair feel. It just makes my hair feel stronger, more elastic, and it stimulates my scalp for hair growth, and it just gives my scalp a nice just rejuvenation. And this is just not the scientific um like, that's just how it makes me feel. There's other like scientific benefits of it, but I know for sure one of the scientific benefits is hair growth. So it has 2 garlic cloves, 1 onion, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I got this recipe from Green Beauty on YouTube. That is the name of her YouTube channel. And she talks about the benefits more in depth and how she does it. So I just replicated exactly what she does because she does the scientific and uh, she involves chemistry, a lot of research. So whenever I look into hair treatments or different things to use on my hair, I usually go to her channel because she's very knowledgeable. I trust her, and her channel is Green Beauty. Green Beauty is the name of her channel. So I'm doing an onion juice treatment today. And I don't do this too often. I would love to do it more often, maybe like once a month. But right now, I just do it when I feel like it. So maybe it's probably like once every 3 months or 2 months. Yeah, probably like once every 3 months. But I'm going to just remember to do it more often. The only other reason why I don't do it as often is because I like to do hot oil treatments before I wash my hair, or I might need like a thorough detangle before I wash my hair, and I might use like flaxseed gel or something like that. And I just don't feel comfortable doing both. So I just use my onion juice treatment when I don't really need to detangle too much, when I'm not using a detangler like flaxseed gel, or when I'm not doing a hot oil treatment. But I'm definitely gonna do it more often for sure. So I have my towel here to wipe my face just in case it drips. You guys, I already talked about this. I have a hair shirt. I realized I was messing up a lot of my clothes because I would just do my hair in whatever I had on. And I like to keep I have 2 sets of clothing. I have house clothes and I have going out clothes. And my house clothes is still cute. Like, I still like to look cute when I am around the house, lounging. And I realized I was messing up a lot of my house clothes because actually I have 3 sets of clothing. I also have cleaning clothes. I realized I was messing up some of my clothes when I was cleaning. So I have specific clothes I use to clean in, and I also have specific clothing now that I use to do my hair in. I wouldn't even say like just to do my hair, like clothing to do my hair in. I really just have shirts, and this is one of them. So I just like it because it's off the shoulder, and this is an old tube top, so it doesn't really matter too much. And I also just have clothes to go out in, you know. just like regular. I do my best not to wear my lounge clothing going out. Hey, where are you going? My dog is out here with me and he sees a bug. He's like, what's that? I thought he was going somewhere else. It's okay, you can go investigate. Ooh, it's thick. So after I put this in, I keep this in for like 2 hours. And I don't know if this is the right thing to do. I'm just following the directions of the woman that I got the recipe from. And her YouTube channel is Green Beauty. So I just put it on my scalp. And I just rub it in. And I lean my head to the side so that it can drip this way instead of dripping this way. And I do my best to maneuver so it doesn't drip into my face. But hello, everyone. Let me know what you got going on, what you are up to right now. You just got to be careful when you're putting it in. But this treatment is definitely worth it. Definitely. I definitely recommend this treatment for natural hair. We can do anything, you're right. Mine straight like a horse, like horsehair. Dang. No, what I mean, I'm sure you can do different things with it. You just got to get creative. I remember when I was younger in school, I used to hate my hair. Oh, that's cool. What are some, since you're native, what are some hair practices that your family has taught you or passed down to you, if you do them, or if you know of any? I know that some native people don't believe in cutting their hair or cutting their ends. But when I was younger, I used to hate my hair. And I remember when I was in school, there was this white girl, and I was like, her hair was so luscious and long, and I was like, dang, I wish I had your hair. And she was like, I wish I had your hair. And I'm like, what? And she's like, you can do anything to your hair. And at the time, I was like, this girl is crazy. But now I'm like, dang, that was horrible that I thought that way as a little girl. Braiding tight, so what? Ticks and bugs. But yeah, we're not allowed to cut it traditionally. See, I figured that. I thought about doing that, but my hair feels so hard to manage when I don't cut it. So I'm like, yeah, I get the sentiment. I understand why people would do that. Like I get it, but at the same time, I'm okay with cutting my hair. I'm okay with letting it go. I kind of equate that to like thinking about like when the trees let go of their leaves. So I'm like, yeah, I get it, but I'm also like, letting go is a part of life. So I don't subscribe to that. But I thought about it. This is kind of coming out a little slow. All right, so now I'm just gonna put it on my actual hair. Oh, gosh. I gotta move this over. Hello. Is it a button that people are clicking that says say hi or something? Because how is it so cool? Your hair naturally spirals. Yes, it does. Tayden, why are you screaming? I'm babysitting. I don't even like to call it babysitting. What is another word for that? Because he's not a baby. But yesterday I was talking about how women, when you become more attractive by living in your authenticity, being the best version of yourself, improving your natural beauty, like being the most beautiful version of yourself, people become really attracted to you, and that attraction can show up in various different ways, maybe as obsession, as like obsession in a positive way and a negative way. I mean, obsession is kind of strange, but like that attraction can show up in a positive way and a negative way. And I was saying the importance of women protecting themselves and following their intuition and just keeping themselves safe energetically, spiritually, emotionally, physically. And I realized that the way that I'm handling it right now is not the best. I'm new to this, experiencing this, and I'm navigating it in real time. And I think that when I'm actively navigating something, I'm going to avoid talking about it. But I do think it's really important for women and just people in general to know that when they really work on themselves, when they are living in their authenticity, they become a target in a way because we trigger people. And that's important to know so that you don't be so loose with your energy and with your body. I mean, physically, like just going anywhere and being around anyone and just allowing so much energy and just like various different people to tug on your energy or tug on your emotions. Having those boundaries is important. But I realized I'm sharing that, but I realized I don't really want to talk about it too much because I am actively experiencing it. And I don't think that the way that I'm experiencing it is the way I would suggest for people. It's just what I am doing now. It's what feels right for me right now. Like for me, I was talking about how I am kind of being a bitch. And I know that's not the best, like when I say that I don't mean I'm just going around being mean, but I am really prioritizing myself, being very short with people, kind of being cold with people, um, not being so emotionally invested. Like, I'll give you an example. My brother, I don't even want to go too deep, but my brother has become very emotional because of his surroundings and because of how he's being raised. And usually I do my best to talk him through his emotions logically. But right now I don't feel like it. Right now I'm just like, when I tell him to do something, I'm just like, do this. And I'm not, if you have an attitude, that's on you. Like, I am not really too much invested in other people's emotions. And that's just one example. But also I'm being very short with people. I'm not doing more than I need to Like, and for context, I've been spending years being, I was a mom since I was 10. For the girls or the women that are eldest daughters in their family, or maybe you're not the eldest daughter, but at the time you were the daughter in the home, then you know what I mean. Like, I have been taking care of kids since I was 10. I have had a lot of responsibility since I was 10, and I have some trauma around that I'm still healing. And also, I've just always been the one to be a bigger person since a young age. I've always been the one to move logically and just like keep the peace in a sense and do what I felt was right. But right now, just after so long of just kind of feeling like people are preying on my energy in a sense, I definitely feel like I'm in some kind of spiritual warfare. And I know that sounds crazy, like, but it's what I believe to be true in my reality. Um, I've just been spending a lot of time just not being valued and navigating those emotions of what that feels like for me in various different ways. And I'm just over indulging in all those emotions, indulging in those experiences. So I've just been cutting myself off from feeling those things and from just like indulging in those experiences as much as I can. And yeah, I know it doesn't really make sense because I don't really want to go too much into my business, but I am really prioritizing myself, and that involves me right now just not being emotionally open and not being as giving of myself and of my energy. And also, I just don't feel like being nice. And again, I'm not saying to do this, I'm just being honest with my experience. And at first, I'm like, dang, I don't know if I should communicate these things because I don't know if people are going to be able to trust what I'm telling them if I am navigating these situations. But I feel like everyone's human, like we're all human, we all go through things. And I think me communicating how I'm navigating it and just being honest and vulnerable not only helps me, but it also might help someone else because they can relate, or they can see that what they're doing, even though it might not feel good, it's okay. Like, whatever your experience is and however you feel called to navigate something, even though you might not feel good about it in the moment, it is okay. And I had to tell myself that. My twist looks so chunky. I love that. When I was younger, I always used to have, I used to do my own hair, by the way. Like, after I would wash my hair, I would just, I didn't really know how to do it, so I would just brush through it and put it in these twists and plaits. Sometimes I would have, and my hair was shorter, so sometimes I would have one here, sometimes one would be sticking up, sometimes one would be sticking over here. And my grandpa would always say, why do you all, and he's Jamaican, so his accent is already different. He would say, why do you have horns? Why do you have those horns sticking out? But it's, everything in Patois in Jamaican is just so much funnier. But every time I do my hair like this, sometimes I remember that. But it's just in me. Honestly, I'll be like, girl, you need to stop doing that. But whatever. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, I've just been navigating like heavy emotions for a while, and I'm kind of over it. So I'm just like doing my best to heal myself internally while I'm closed off externally, just to give myself a moment to heal some more while I'm in the situation still. And then I feel like that's okay. Like, being, I guess, mean or just short and cold externally while I heal internally. Even though externally I'm this person, I'm doing my best to not have negative thoughts. Ew. Where did that shit go? Get away. Move. Ah! Oh shit. That was a bug. A lantern fly. I don't like those flies. They look weird. I don't really like them. But yeah, even though I'm externally I'm this way, I feel like internally I'm reminding myself to move with compassion, to not have negative thoughts. Like I'm working on healing myself internally, working on healing what I'm putting in my body, because that also affects how I feel emotionally. Like internally, I feel very turbulent with my emotions, with my energy, my mental. So, and I think that's okay for me to come here and admit that and talk about it freely and not be ashamed of whatever it is that I'm experiencing, even though I'm positioning myself as a leader, like helping other women on their own journeys. Because I'm on my journey too, but that doesn't mean I don't have something to share and something of value to give that might help other women on their journey as well. But even though I know that, even though I've come to that conclusion, I'm still going to be more mindful about what I'm sharing and what I'm talking about, because how I'm navigating something might not be the best. Even though it's for me right now, that doesn't mean that I don't want to promote that. But even like I said, I'm babysitting. What is another word? Child sitting? I'm child sitting. And even just I realized that admitting to myself that I'm not in a good energy also helps me understand what to say no to. Like I really should have said no to child sitting, even though my relative really needed it. So I probably would have said yes anyway, but I'm finding myself getting really frustrated with this kid because he is something else, but he just talks and talks and talks and talks. But anyway, I find myself kind of getting frustrated, and I'm like, nah, that's not cool. He doesn't deserve that. Or I'm not as um like he might say something and I'll just ignore him. And that's not, I mean, I'm just doing my best just not to be frustrated and, you know, whatever. And yeah. But this helps me like admitting to myself, like, okay, you're not in the best energy. Like, like, let's just not say yes to certain things. Let's just be more mindful about what you're saying when you are not in the best energy. So admitting that to myself and also coming on here and saying that, I think is also kind of freeing. Like I don't have to hide that I'm in a dark place right now. And I'm not going to say that I'm in a dark place. I'm just more navigating my darkness right now. And I'm working on helping myself get out of the darkness by healing internally first, like healing my mind, healing my body, what I'm putting in my body, just cleansing my body, cleansing my mind with what I'm consuming, not consuming as much. I think that's also something that's been affecting me negatively as well. So I think for me, it's like, okay, admitting that I don't feel the best mentally, emotionally, but also, yes, admitting that, but what are you going to do? What are you doing to help yourself feel better and not stay in this energy? So it's just balancing the two for me. And I'm really like a really nice person. Like I love to move in love. But I feel like after so long of just not being valued, not that love not being returned, and just people just targeting me for just me being me is kind of like has gotten to me in a sense, and I'm just like, I don't feel like being nice to y'all right now. Ooh. And I want to tell some examples, but it just doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell this one example because I feel like older people try to gaslight younger people into being nice to them just because they're older, or not even just being nice, like having manners, being respectful. When you don't have manners to us, you don't treat us well. So why should I extend that to you? And again, I'm not talking about being like disrespectful or anything like that, but why do I have to receive abuse from you and still be like, hi, good morning? And then, so that's something that I'm navigating, and I keep hearing, like, because I'm not doing that, I keep getting talked about, like, subliminally, whenever they can, they make sure they slip things in about kids or younger generation having manners and all this other shit. So, and I don't feel bad about it, because usually I would feel bad about it. Like, I'm the type of person to say hello to everyone. I'm the type of person to just move in love normally, but once you keep triggering me, I just need a moment. And I'm not being mean, but I don't know how to still be pleasant when I'm very uncomfortable and when I have negative emotions. And I feel like adults can like use that to their advantage, like to gaslight us, especially like church going people. They use like forgiveness and giving grace and all that stuff to gaslight, I think, when they're like emotionally or mentally abusive. Like, they talk about having compassion and not being judgmental and all these different things, and it's like, but you're literally abusive. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I mean, it is, I need to stop saying that because it is important. Because I feel like giving examples helps. Maybe there's another person going through that and no one really talks about it, and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I feel that. I'm experiencing that. But then again, I don't know if this is the right thing to do. Like, I'm just doing what's helping me protect myself and just what's helping me with my peace at the moment. So I don't know if this is necessarily right. And in a sense, I don't think it is. I feel like everyone deserves to be acknowledged and respected. But I feel like healing is important. Your healing and your peace is also important. So whatever you need to do to get there is essential. My edges have been growing back. Like a couple months ago, my edges were, oof. And everything I'm doing is actually helping it grow back. But let me know how you guys are doing. Do you have natural hair? What are you doing for your natural hair right now? Have you ever tried an onion juice treatment? Talk to me in the comments, people. I mean, in the chat. If you don't want to talk, that's okay too. I'm just saying, like, what is your, if you are open to answering, what is something that you do that always helps your mental health when you're not necessarily feeling the best? Or when you're just having, when you're just going through something difficult? What do you do for your mental health? What is your go-to? Let me know in the chat. I love my hair. I think my hair is so cool. Our dog is chilling. He loves being out here with me. Whew. The only thing is, this onion juice stimulates blood flow so much to my scalp that it actually makes my head hurt a little bit. Just a little bit though. I feel it coming on. Would you ever try an onion juice treatment? Or have you ever tried one? Sometimes I mention it to people. They like, mm-mm. I don't know what to do to my hair next. Because I accidentally cut too much of the back of my hair. I want to do things that kind of hides it so it can grow back. So I'm thinking about doing some kind of cornrow style in the front. I'm definitely not going to be able to do it myself though. I got to get somebody else to do it. What the fuck is this? I see a lot of girls online talk about how they grow their hair by doing like mini twists or braids, and they keep them in for so long. Why did I say it like that? They keep them in for a very long time, like months. And kudos to them, but I don't like doing that. I feel like hair can still be fun even though you're working on growing your hair. It can still be fun. Your hairstyles can still be just pretty. Like, even though hair growth is your agenda, you don't have to sacrifice feeling beautiful. Hey! You scared me. He be scaring me. You don't have to sacrifice. Do you want to go inside? Hey, go inside. Okay, Hold on. I gotta go get my dog. Mikey, come this way. Come on, Mikey. Go. Go in the house. But your hairstyles can still be fun and you can still switch it up even though you're growing your hair. I don't like to, yeah, I'm not really into that. That's not the only way you can grow your hair. I know a lot of girls be saying that, but and actually when I keep my styles in for too long, it actually does harm to my hair. Like my roots get tangled. My hair is not the type that I can keep in for a long time. My roots get tangled. My hair just feels weighed down. Even if I wash it, it just doesn't feel the same after a while. And I'm actually, my great grandpa is actually Scottish. So I feel like some of the characteristics from my hair stem from that, just how loose it is. And when I say loose, I mean like when I do it, my hair just doesn't like to stay in the uniform twist. My hair just starts to go all over the place. And also my hair in the back, my hair doesn't like to stay in the twist as well. Like it, first of all, in the back of my hair is looser textured. And whenever I do my hair, that's the first section to get really, really knotted. And I think that I inherited some of the characteristics from the white side of my family. It was a slave person, a slave owner, by the way. And they ended up getting married and all that stuff. My grandma always talks about it. She is so proud of it. I'm like, okay, girl. My hair just doesn't like some certain things that other girls can do to their hair. I can't do. If I leave, the other day I had my twists in for like 2 weeks and I washed them, they were turning into locks. No, I had it in for like a week and a half and my hair was turning into locks. I was like, what is happening? So those girls have been keeping their hair in for 2 weeks. No, not even 2 weeks. I meant 2 months, 3 months. I could never. My hair would literally be a dreadlock, literally. The most I can keep my twist in for is 2 weeks, even if I braid down the top. The most I can keep my braids in is 3 weeks, maybe 4. And another thing, I also see a lot of girls like making mini braids more popular. And I realized that doing mini braids is harmful for me because when I do them too small, because these girls be doing them small, like I like them small too, but when I do them too small and as my hair gets longer, it's too much tension on my root. But I've just been on TikTok lately, on hair TikTok, and I've just been seeing these different trends and I'm like, I can't do those things. Like, I don't know how they're doing that. Keeping their hair in and then not washing their hair for months. Oh my gosh. Me not washing my hair for a week and a half, my scalp be over it. See, my hair is already starting to kind of see what the onion juice is doing to my hair already. But my hair feels different this application. But I don't know if it's a bad thing. Honestly, as your hair starts growing, your hair changes. The feeling changes, what it likes changes, how it just operates changes. And I don't know if that's the same for everybody, but for me, my hair definitely changes as it gets longer. So the onion juice helps to stimulate your follicle, to help it grow, just to get the blood rushing to your scalp. And it also just strengthens my actual hair strand. When I wash it out, my hair feels strong, it feels flexible, it's shiny, it just overall is more healthy. I don't know all of the like scientific terms and what it actually does, but I can give you a reference. There's a YouTube channel called Green Beauty. That's where I got the recipe from and where I got the information about the onion juice treatment. She recommends doing it, I think, once a month. And it just overall just improves the health of your hair and just stimulates hair growth. And I just love the way it feels. When I have it in, my scalp is tingling. It just feels good. And then when I rinse it out, my hair just feels so healthy, so strong, so bouncy, so shiny. I definitely recommend it. It's one of my favorite treatments, and I will do it forever. And I don't really like to try too many. I don't hop on trends. I find things, first of all, I look into information about what I should be doing. I learn from people that seem trustworthy. That's important. Finding people that are trustworthy, because there's a lot of people on the internet that say they have these certificates and things, that are hairstylists even, that are giving very false information. One person actually, her YouTube is Sindal or something like that. But at the same token, some of them are giving true information but mixing it with false information. Thank you. They're mixing it with false information. So even if you do find people online that you listen to, take into account what they're saying, but also put it together with other research that you might have done or with other things that you've observed about your hair. For example, one time when I was watching Sindal, I think that's her YouTube. She probably changed it. She got dragged so many times, but maybe she didn't change it. But one time I was watching her and she was talking about how it's not good to use oils and greases on your scalp. Like, you should never use it. That's what she was saying. And she was giving some explanation about slavery and they were in the sun all the time. That's why they used it, etc., etc. I don't really know how true that is. I didn't really go too into depth with her because some of the stuff she was saying, I was kind of like, eh. And her hair is not, I don't trust people who don't have healthy hair themselves. I mean, not to say that her hair isn't healthy, but it's just not given what, you know? So I don't really, if you don't really have the results that I desire, I don't really listen to you too much. But she was saying how you're not supposed to use oils and greases on your actual scalp. And one thing that I do know about myself is my scalp doesn't really like oils and greases and stuff like that. So I did get that from her. I didn't take in everything that she was saying, but I did get that from her because at a time I was using a lot of oils on my scalp because that's what everyone was doing. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And I realized that it was actually causing more irritation to my scalp. It was clogging my scalp. So I did learn that from her. But I never really watched her again because I realized some of the other things that she was saying was not true, it was not valid, and she was not a reliable source. So I kind of stepped away from her. But I say that to say, if you see these people online that you're taking advice from, there's nothing wrong with just, listening. But I would recommend going to people who are real hairstylists. Their hair looks healthy. Um, or if they don't have hair, the people that their clients have healthy hair. Like, you just want to make sure that they're reputable sources, or they do a lot of research, and you could tell they really research and dive deep into whatever they're talking about. So just make sure that you're really, and don't just follow these girls that just be trying stuff like, I did such and such for 7 days. Like, you can really mess up your hair by doing that as well. What about creams and butters? I love creams and butters. I know there was a woman online that was talking about you shouldn't use them. I mean, her hair not looking all that great to me, so I wouldn't trust what she's saying all the way. So, but it all depends on your porosity, what like what your hair likes. Like, the more you do something, like, you'll see whether your hair likes it or not. My hair loves creams and butters, especially when I just wash it and I put it on, or when my hair is wet and I put it on. I always do it with water. I do mostly everything with water anyway, but it really just depends on your hair. But I think creams and butters, you can't really go wrong with that. It's more about how you're using it. Like, I don't use it too much. I maybe do it like twice a week. And in between then, I'm using like a spray leave-in or like a water and oil situation. But I mean, it all depends on your hair. I think it's just you have to figure out what works for you, trying different things. I actually have this, if you make your own products, I have this leave-in cream that's I love. I will be using it forever. Like, once I find something that works, I just keep using it. And I got it from Green Beauty as well, the same channel that I got this onion juice treatment from. And it's pretty lightweight, but it's still very moisturizing. So that's something I would recommend if you are interested in making your own products. It has aloe vera, it has shea butter, it has coconut oil. I know that some people can't really use coconut oil, so be careful with that. But I'm pretty sure you can probably just swap that out for a different oil. And another reason why I trust her recipes, because she uses like a pH balancing system to make sure everything is pH balanced, because that's another thing when you're making your own homemade products. You want to make sure that they are pH balanced for your hair. But I definitely love oils. I mean, yeah, I definitely love oils and creams and butters, but not putting them on my scalp though. I don't really put much on my scalp. Yeah, I haven't necessarily tried coconut oil. Actually, I have tried coconut oil, but not by itself. I have started to do Indian hair oiling, and they use a lot of coconut oil, but they also mix it with other oils. So I've been trying that recently. I haven't put as much coconut oil as they use, but I definitely tried it. And I don't really see anything going wrong with my hair right now. So we'll see, but I wouldn't do coconut oil by itself. I just feel like it's just not worth the risk for me to even try it. But I have mixed it because the Indian women, that's what they do. So I just wanted to try it the way that they try it, the way that they do it. But that's the only real time I use coconut oil in my hair. And when it's mixed in things, it doesn't bother me. Like, how did you know that you can't use coconut oil? Like, what was the experience? Already, I think, well, not really. You can't really tell. It made my hair really, really brittle, dry, and it started to break off really bad. How are you using it? If you don't mind me asking, how are you using it? You were just using straight coconut oil? Yeah, I never use straight coconut oil. Even on my face, I don't use straight coconut oil. And I know that some women can, but that's not for me. I tried it and it starts to break me out. Oh, yeah. That is a no-no. I would rub it through my hair kind of like you're doing now. Yeah, coconut oil is not the best for, I think, afro hair. I don't know about other hair textures. Oh. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the onion juice treatment, especially if hair growth is something that you are working on. How would I use the onion juice or coconut oil? If you're talking about coconut oil, I just use coconut oil mixed with things like it's in the recipe for my shea butter. I mean, for my leave-in. Yeah, it's in the recipe for my leave-in. So maybe just try it when it's mixed with things. Like I feel like by itself it's not great, but coconut oil is in pretty much most products. So you might not have negative results if you just try it mixed in with something. But I also, like I said, I used it when I did my Indian hair oiling just because that's what they do. I just followed their directions, but I put way less coconut oil. Some of them just use coconut oil, actually, but I didn't want to do that. And I love Indian hair oiling, by the way. I want to do a video where I show the results of me doing it over a long period of time eventually. But I want to get my technique down. I want to get my, ooh, butterfly. I want to get my tools. I heard about rice water. I definitely want to try it. I definitely want to try it, and I want to try it for my skin. I've been meaning to try it for my skin, but whenever I try new things, I don't try it like, I don't do too much. Like how some girls on YouTube, they do these challenges where they're like, I use rice water for a month, or I use rice water every day for 7 days. Like I think doing it that way can be harmful. But I've seen a lot of women online talk about the benefits of rice water. So I'm not opposed to it. I also heard that some people say that it dries out their hair, but I feel like maybe they were using it incorrectly. But also at the same time, everyone's hair is different, so what works for one person might not for another person. But I'm definitely open to it. Oh, yes, I did hear that it has a lot of protein. I have to be careful with protein as well. I did hear that. But I think also one concept that I've been utilizing on my natural hair journey that has been helping me Every time I do something on my hair, I'm doing it for a reason. So I'm doing this onion juice treatment now because I want to stimulate my blood flow in my scalp for my hair growth. Also, just getting my hair healthier, just giving it some more nutrients. I haven't done it in a while. Um, but whenever I do something, I do my best to make sure that I'm not just doing something just to do it, just because it looks cool. Like, if I don't need to deep condition my hair one week, I won't. Sometimes I don't deep condition my hair. Honestly, you don't have to if your hair is healthy, because deep conditioning is really mostly for damaged hair. It does have benefits for hair in general, but you're really getting the benefits of deep conditioning when your hair has damage in it, so the deep conditioner can fill those pockets of damage. And I'm not saying it all the way correctly, but I'm just paraphrasing it, relating the information how I received it. So even though deep conditioning is helpful for your hair, like deep conditioning, even when you don't have damage, is going to help your hair. But it's not necessary to do it every single time you wash your hair. So when I say I do things to my hair when I need it, like if I don't need to do a deep conditioner, if my hair doesn't feel like it needs one this week, I won't. Or if I feel like I don't need to do a flaxseed pre-poo, I won't. Like if I don't need a rice water protein treatment, I won't do it. So it all depends on what you feel like your hair needs. And I feel like you'll always nourish your hair the best that you can without overwhelming it, because you're not just doing something unnecessarily. And that's I got from a hairstylist online that I like. His name is African Hair God. And even with him, I trust his information, but I also don't take everything. Like, I don't take everything from everyone, because they might say things that don't resonate with me. For example, he says, don't use homemade stuff on your hair and etc. He doesn't like that. But for me, I enjoy that. I'm going to use homemade stuff on my hair because that's just what I do. Um, and he says various other things. He says, don't use a scalp scrub. I might. If I feel like I need a scalp scrub, I'm going to do that. So just taking things that people say and filtering it through your own experience, through your own lens. Something just bit me. Tayden? 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 Not you, Grandma. I gotta go check on this kid. Ooh, get away. The person that I was talking about, his name is African Hair God. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you try the onion juice treatment one day. Let me know how it goes. Something bit me. Ow. I don't really have anything else to talk about, so if anybody has any other topics they want to discuss, let me know. I saw this woman on TikTok yesterday talking about how she has been avoiding wearing her natural hair because she doesn't feel as desirable. And I get that. And I'm glad that she was able to admit that, because a lot of women don't admit that. They say, oh, I don't wear my natural hair because it's too difficult, etc., etc. Or they make up various excuses on why. But the reality is they don't feel confident in their natural hair. Or like the woman said, they don't feel desired. And that is okay. That's a normal part of our experience. But admitting that to yourself is the first step. But after you get through the first phase of being uncomfortable and allowing your healthy hair to grow, whether you're starting from bald or a little shortcut, however you're starting, once you get through that uncomfortable phase, that feeling of being undesirable definitely fades, because number one, you feel beautiful in your hair, especially as it grows, and you realize that you're desired because of your self-love and not necessarily your hair. Like, of course, men want you to look good, yeah, but you're more desirable because you have the courage to love yourself. You have the courage to just rock your natural hair in a society that deems that as not beautiful. So I feel like desirability is perspective. And also, it's who do you want to be desired by? I feel like once you start to love yourself with your natural hair, etc., you won't get desired by the same people. This is onion juice. It's onion, it has 2 garlic cloves and cayenne pepper. This helps to stimulate hair growth and just improves the overall health of your hair. So I'm going to be washing my hair today. So I'm doing it now to keep it in my hair as I do my other tasks. And when I'm done, maybe in like an hour or so, maybe 2 hours, I'm going to wash my hair. But yeah, as you love on yourself, maybe the type of men that desire you are different, like different than what you expect. And honestly, that's not even all the way true, because I'm desired by men that I didn't think that I would be desired by. So I think it's really just in our heads thinking that we're not going to be desired. It's onion juice. It's 1 onion, 2 garlic cloves, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And you juice it. The purpose of this is to help stimulate hair growth and to just improve the overall health of your hair. away. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. I made too much of it though. I don't want to waste this, so I'm just gonna keep putting it in my hair until it's all done. Because I don't have anything else to do with it. No one else is gonna use it. I would say put it in food or something, but that's not really sanitary. So I'm just gonna keep putting it in my hair until most of it is gone. This fire is annoying. And I feel like once you unlock your beauty with your natural hair, it's just so different. Like the kind of love you attract is so different because the way that you're loving yourself is different. You're loving yourself on a deeper level, so the love you attract is gonna be on a deeper level. But I say that all the time though. I'm like a broken record in my videos. But it is true, and I will keep saying it. And I know it to be true because with each new level, like the people that I'm attracting, the people that I'm dating are getting better and better. I haven't necessarily found someone that, I'm definitely interested in dating, but the caliber of these men are getting better. They're just getting better as I continue, so I know it's inevitable. It's only a matter of time, It's so cool. Ooh. Ooh, 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 hold up. Are you trying? Dang. Oh my gosh, I'm getting bit up. Oh, wow. I still have so much left. Oh my gosh. And I can't even save it. I'm gonna see if I can freeze it or something. Ooh. It really defines, whenever I put it in my hair, it defines the back of my hair and just my hair in general. It defines my hair really well. I think the onion juice might be attracting flies. I usually don't mind that my hair takes a long time. Like, I think doing these lives while I'm doing my hair, even though I'm talking, it makes me realize how long my hair actually takes. But I never really mind it. Sometimes, once in a while, when I'm not in the mood, I might be like, I really don't feel like doing my hair. But usually, I never really think about how long it takes me, to be honest. When I'm done doing this, I'm going to put a plastic bag on. I am going to take a quick shower though, just to get all this onion off of me. And then I'm going to go for a walk. And that's really going to get this stuff, this blood pumping. I like to do that whenever I put the onion juice in. I usually tend to do something active of some sort because I usually do it in the mornings. So I usually like go on a walk or go do something to help me get even more benefits from the onion juice treatment.
Yeah, and just gave it to me. Alright, I'll see you later. Yep. Alright, right back seeing you. Yes.
This is the last one, but I'm gonna keep going until I use more of the onion juice because this is too much. I still have so much left. Come on, come here. Tayden, you okay?
Yeah, where's the basket?
Close this door for me.
Where's the basket?
The basketball is in the basement.
Okay.
Close the door, close the door. Oh my goodness. I want to start doing like ASMR. I can never say this right. ASMR when I do my hair. That's always been something I've been interested in. I'm gonna wash these clothes immediately. Ugh.
Where are my actual shoes?
They are in the corner by your suitcase.
Hello.
Hi, thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. All right. Now I'm just gonna go through some at the top. She rockin' that thing. Girl, I'm in love with you. And I want you. That I'm done by. And I'm trying to. Okay, we getting it down some. I always do this. I gotta make sure I use small onions. The onion I used today was kind of big. And when I wash this out of my hair, it doesn't really smell, especially if I use like a conditioner or a shampoo. I don't necessarily use shampoos that have a smell, but if I use a conditioner that has a scent, it usually goes away. But even if it's still here, I just use some kind of product like a hair perfume or something, and that usually just takes it away, and I won't smell it again. Regardless of like the application and the mess and just being careful not to get it in your eyes and stuff. This, and of course the smell, you know, I'm gonna be smelling like onions for a little bit as I maneuver around today, but I'm just going for a walk and coming home, so I'm not gonna be out. But other than all that, I definitely think this treatment is one of the top treatments. Like, definitely recommend 10 out of 10 for sure. For sure, for sure. You just got to do your research about it and see if it's for you. Damn fine. You can kind of already tell like the effect that it's having on my hair. Hello. I get a lot of people on here when I'm doing my hair. I think I'm just gonna, but I don't do my hair every day though, so I'm gonna figure that out. But I think I'm going to continue to just stick with going live while I'm doing something to my hair or doing some kind of self-care. But my hair lives get the most engagement all the time. I was thinking about, like, when I first started YouTube, I was thinking about just being a hair content creator. But, and also, I see a lot of women going on their natural hair journey. A lot of black women talking about natural hair and just trying something new, trying to love themselves with their natural hair. And I could easily hop on the trend of just helping women navigate their natural hair journey. I mean, that seems to be the most lucrative right now, whether it be with money or with views on YouTube. But I want to focus on the deeper aspect of just the natural hair journey, which is loving yourself through the journey. And sometimes I'm on TikTok and I see all these girls talking about their natural hair, and I'm like, dang, I hope I'm not missing a opportunity just focusing on natural hair. But I know that I wouldn't be happy doing that. That's not, I don't feel called to just focus on natural hair. But I am using helping women on their natural hair journey as like my entryway, because I see that it is something that is a popular topic right now. But I definitely think the journey is way deeper than just taking care of your hair. Like, there's a lot of internal dialogue that goes into navigating your natural hair journey and doing it with love and with compassion for yourself, while also not judging yourself for how you feel about yourself on your natural hair journey. Like, all that, the internal work and the external go hand in hand to me. And also, I think beauty in general, like your beauty of your face and your natural hair and the internal work, all of that goes hand in hand. Because you could feel good about your natural hair, but if you don't feel good about yourself, like with your natural beauty, the journey might be a little harder because you're just gonna feel even more like say if you feel good about your natural hair but you don't feel good about your natural beauty, I feel like it's gonna be still a little hard to navigate because you're still not gonna fully love yourself. And if you do feel good about yourself with your natural hair and your natural beauty, that's just the whole package, like the whole confidence package, the whole self-love package. So I think it all goes hand in hand. All right, I'm done now. This is how much I have left. These flies are swarming me. All right, I'm about to go. If you guys would like help navigating your natural beauty and your natural hair just glowing up naturally, and also doing the inner work to help facilitate that, the link to my school community, it is free. It is in the description. And I'm basically just sharing everything that I do on my natural hair journey, on my natural beauty journey, all the internal work as well, everything that I'm doing to become the best version of myself, everything that I'm doing. And I'm just sharing that, sharing all that I've learned along the way, because I have made great progress for myself, just with my hair, as you guys can see, with my beauty, as you guys can see. And I just want to help Black women especially do that. So thank you guys for communing with me as I did my hair, just listening to me talk as well. And I hope that you guys subscribe if you enjoyed it here and if you feel called to join my free community. But thank you guys. I will be back tomorrow.